Hello everybody, I am Goliard, the youngest of the DLC, and I am in charge of the control cavity cover and the inlays. It's going to be in aluminum, and I'm going to begin by that because it's by far the easiest part of my job, and I also have the tools I need already here. I have the template right here. I'm going to masking tape super glue it to the aluminum and use my router to put it to the exact dimensions that we need. Now that it's glued, I just have to find a way to clamp it correctly, and I'll begin by this edge and follow with the rest. It's like working on a nail, isn't that hard? Okay. The router did a really good job. I just have some finishing touches to do. I'm going to do it right now. And that will be it for this part. I will just have to sand it after and polish it. After routing the edges, it really looks cool. I will probably sand it with the rest of the pieces. A little change of plans after the first try was a fail. I did the same first step. I used my sander to bring it to the edges, but now I'm only making, at least for now, 2 cuts like this. I'm going to do those, and then I will wait before I have actual and after that I'll wait till I have actual drill bits for metal and cut and drill those, and then I'll finish the sides. Now I got these pretty little X's. I still have to remove some material on those parts, but apart from that they are really cool. They aren't bent for now, and I will have to continue that when I get more time for myself. The holidays are over. Now I am back home and I have my Dremel light tool. I'm going to use, if it works at least, this kind of bit to get much closer to the edges, but not too close, as I will finish everything with files. I made good progress on those, and then I used this bit because it was the most efficient one. Oh, I forgot to make this one. But before continuing with the sides, I just want to make holes here to join everything, to join this to the center of the X. I'm going to use my drill press for that, and I don't think it's really useful to record. For the small holes, this one I will make it larger. I'm just going to join everything now, and then I will take care of the big ones. Now that the bigger holes are actually bigger, I don't want to go too far and go a little bit overboard with 8mm. I'm going to stop here and join the holes and the side. Now I'm going back with the rotary tool I got. I prefer to use this instead of a saw for the sides because I don't apply pressure vertically, and I don't risk to bend the inlay. I'm gonna take care of this side. Now that I got as close as possible to this side, I'm just going to try to make it slightly closer to the marks. Everything, I mean. And now it's time for filing. I'm gonna begin with this one. The X is looking really close to the final result that I want. And what I'm going to do is use the same method I have been using since I began building guitars, which means I'm just going to work on small things inside the apartment and while watching Netflix or television. I'm going to do that off camera using this set of 5 files. And now, after maybe 1 hour of, no, much less than that, maybe around 30 or 40 minutes, it's completely done. There are still some imperfections, I'm going to correct that off camera again. But it's done. I didn't want to go too thin on this part because it's already bendable and I don't want any accidents to happen. I'm going to send it to Wall, who is in charge of the fretboard and the actual inlay, and he'll take the relay. For the build, I have a kind of side quest. I have to take care to at least to begin the nuts. So I got one which is thinner than the other. It's because I don't know yet the thickness of the fretboard. So I'm going to begin today by making those 2 sides. Then tomorrow I'm gonna make those ones in the length and the string notches, and then I will send it to All, who will take care of adjusting everything and of course choosing the one that is right for the thickness. If you are wondering why I removed the gloves, it's simply because the brass becomes way too hot for them and the plastic melts, so I have those ugly marks on the thinner nut. And on this one, for which I removed the gloves, it looks like that. It's much better, but I have to burn my hands. I'm going to remove these ugly gluing marks from the previous attempt, and for that I'm going to use a assembly block like that. It's not perfect to the eye, but at least I can truly feel it with my finger, and that is my goal. It really looks nice, and it's not even notched and sanded, so it's already a good start. To make it short, I had an issue. It got into the sanding belt and it was stuck right here. So now I'm going to use a disc, because I don't have another belt. I'm going to use a disc, make it flat again, at least a little bit flatter again, and then I will glue the design on it and continue with the disc. Now that the X is done, I have to work on the claws. And like the last time, I'm going to use my Dremel like and get as close as possible to the drawing. I realized that the clamp wasn't a good idea. It melted due to the heat, and now I don't even have a half of the drawing. Fantastic. As you can see, the claws join here, and I can't do that with my rotary tool. So I'm going to use this electric screwdriver with a 1.5mm bit and just drill, and then I'll see if I can make it a little prettier, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. Et voilà. The rotary tool is starting to overheat a bit. I'm going to use fire to make the sides right now, and then I'll continue with it. Now that the supported sides are done quite well, sometimes I had to use my rotary tool because the files were too big. I'm going to work on the second part of the inlay, which will be probably the hardest. The claws are done, and now I will make the beak. After not as much filing as I expected, the 3 pieces are done, and I'm going to send them to the next one in charge.